Sharp cobbles never wanted people to fall asleep on them. The rain gets in the cracks. Park benches of vandals up the middle. Telephone boxes of smashed windows. There's nowhere I can sleep today. Bin men in brightly coloured jackets remove rubbish and loosely tied carrier bags. I look for food. Old pizzas are sometimes left inside their boxes. I just want a sandwich. If you find one in that rubbish bag, you can have it, bin man says. I don't want food from a rubbish bag. I want a packet of salt and vinegar crisps. I call Shona. The Fringe is starting, Shona. There's orange overhead for miles. Here I am in a gold sea under a pink sky, just like when we went to the caves and I ran to the water and you were there and we saw my brother too. And Mum goes to get Shona. Oh, we've been friends for years. We met at school before we turned 13. We'll always be in contact. She says we'll always be in touch. She says, I don't think there'll be a time when we're not friends. And now she's dumping me over some stupid argument. Why are you so angry about someone not being vegetarian? I say. Doesn't affect you, Mila, she says. It's not like you're raw vegan with tins of sardines hidden in your school bag. Now I have gone raw vegan and she still won't speak to me. Shona. Bitch. Welcome to my birthday party on the Royal Mile. I'm keeping a diary for school. I write as if my brother's here. When me and my brother got separated at Gilmerton, I thought he'd come find me when I turned 16 and we'd celebrate my birthday together. I saved up money to buy an ice cream cake. Don't want it if I'm always going to eat it. He's out there. He sent me a postcard. It had no stamp and my foster mum had to go to the post office and pay double for it to be delivered. She brought the postman home to retune the second-hand TV. Because my foster dad's been in jail till today. He's coming home soon. I look at people round me, pulling back from crumbling buildings. Once again, I'm in my own shadow. A lad I don't know speaks to me. Excuse me, love, where's Playfair Steps? Yeah, it's funny you say that, because I only passed there an hour ago. The lad speaks again. Sorry, love, not got time for your life story. Oh, go past Mary's Milk Bar and Dewdrop Inn, turn right, go down the mound and follow the bagpipes. That's all there is to do in this city anyway, I say. The lad won't keep his mouth shut. It's not far then. Is it near here? I just told him where it is. I want him to walk away. Steps are all around you, pal. You want steps? Just take any steps. That's all this city is. Lots of steps everywhere. And they all lead to the same place anyway. He stumbles. I reach for him. He pulls a blade and his eyes are out of focus. I say, why don't you play for yourself, pal? Just leave me alone. Told you exactly where Playfair Steps are. I want him to walk away. I think this is it. I reach out to run and bam, bam, he hits me. No, he thumps me and screams, you don't come from around here, do you? I see him through blurry eyes. He shouts, I'm not done with you. I fall into the shadows of Advocate's Close. It was like a rabid dog that picks at my flesh. Sitting battered on the floor, I know that man wants to destroy me with his very last breath. I'm battered on the ground and he runs away. As long as he doesn't have my money for my ice cream cake, I'm okay. The lad for his silver coins in the air, and they shine in the morning sun. He has my money. I know this pavement is my home tonight. I go past the woman with the milk white face inside the blue sleeping bag outside of Ida. She gives up some dry pavement for me. I'm suing the council, she says through a mouth the size of a needle. This pavement is too hard. A man offers her a cigarette. It looks dodgy. I turn away. I'm smelling danger, but I do nothing to help. I push past McDonald's at the top of Princess Street, where the fish burgers are so undercooked they're sushi in a bun. I'm writing in my diary and pages are falling to the floor. I'm leaving a trail. Security won't let me in the Starbucks toilet without a receipt, so I keep walking. I look for my brother. I search for him on MySpace, Facebook, Tumblr, Google+. He's been silent ever since I got his postcard. I walk to the top of Princess Street, outside Gap, where I get a free bottle of ice cold water full of vitamins. All I need is in it, although can't afford to buy the clean jeans that they'll shorten for me while I wait. I see silver coins on the floor by the counter. I pick one up, and another, and one more, and security guard says, "Not in here, love. I know your face. Don't ever come back." I say, "I don't have anywhere else to go. I really can't go home." I finish his sentence. He says, "I didn't mean your place. I mean, find a shelter or go on benefits or just go to a cheap hotel and get off the streets, especially for the festival. Avoid a prosecution, yeah? We don't want your ugly mug scaring all our nice Japanese tourists away." I feel like this grabber you see at the fair, coming down to clutch the cuddly toys, and their big plastic eyes are looking upwards, squealing to be picked up, and I don't grab any because I don't have a grip on my life. "Okay," I reply. It's always okay. He walks me to the bus shelter. We smoke grass, which turns out to be skunk. Spins my mind. "You know it's the only way to be free," he says. God, he lies. I am trapped in my own head. I wish I had bigger lips, like you see on TV ads, so people could hear me. He hands me his phone, and I call the Universal Credit Helpline. All I hear is classical music. I am forever on hold. I think about the postcard my brother sent me of the Edinburgh tattoo fireworks going pop in the sky near the volcano, like old times. They're like little multicoloured spiders. I imagine him stood next to me, under the same sky. I leave, still holding his phone, and I see he's following me, and he says, "What do you want?" I say, "I want to find my brother. I told my mother and she said he's dead to you." And I said, "That's not possible. He sent me a postcard." I swing by West Register Street, where they're so busy in there anyone can go into the Starbucks toilet. I keep telling people I'm pregnant to get spare change off them. They laugh and say, "How'd you do that? You look about 12. They know I'm living on lies. I hold myself tightly, barely breathing. I want to be free to walk without a shadow following me. I wait for night to come, and then I can figure out a plan.
Another roof is gone, and smoke is spreading to nearby houses. If the wind picks up, this could spread to Chambers Street, and there'll be more people out on the streets tonight than support services can cope with. There's been 2 minutes of smoke coming out of that nightclub, and the first fire crews have arrived, but the flames haven't stopped since. 19 fire crews have tweeted they're here at the incident. Yes, it should all be in hand, but the sky is thick with smoke. More help needs to be sent. No, it's just I know the area. Until Recently, I was a reporter here. Look, it's a maze down there. Yes, 80 firefighters are here, sure, but the fire is getting worse. The crews can't get their vehicles through the narrow lanes. What I need support workers to know is this. A lot of homeless kids who call Cowgate home haven't been reported or accounted for. One girl who hides from the rain in Starbucks hasn't been spotted for at least an hour. Look, if you let me through, I could get a search party together. They can be found if you know where to look. I know they hide outside the back of my hand for my delivery job. Look, what you don't understand is I see these same faces every day. Today, just before the fire, something was different. I went to the barista and he asked me if I'm okay, and he starts talking about the football and I'm falling asleep. And the young girl who I want to report missing was in the corner, drawing on her napkins. I smile at her and I pick up the takeout for my customers, and later this girl is forced out of the toilet because the sky is filling with smoke. I shout to the young girl as she runs past me. I shout at her to stay and get help because I know the look in her eyes. She is at the end of her rope. Everyone knows it, and no one's doing anything. And I can sense this fire is bigger than some distant smoke. I decide to drive like the wind to get her, so I go get my moped. But now, Cowgate is blocked off and I think she may be in there. We don't know if she's been accounted for. I haven't seen her face. Look, if you let me through, I can get a search party together. Maybe she's hiding in the cemetery. You have to let me through to the bridge.
I remember the first thing I said to him. You got toilet paper hanging out the crack of your jeans. He flipped over a couple of tables in the cafe. I didn't flinch. I can do that, I thought. I knew he was the one for me. Except now he thinks he's the new messiah and he got me into his wacky religion. I'm not good when things go wrong and no one seems to know where I should go. I have to call the bank. I've been on hold for an hour. He left me so poor I don't have a pot to piss in. Hello? No, I don't want to be the next contestant on Come On Down, The Price Is Right. Yes. My bank card number ends in 352. Is this really Barclays? I'm looking to buy a flat in Leith. I need an advance. I took out a mortgage on a mobile home, mate, that's the problem. You shouldn't have given it to me. I don't care what the weather's like in the Philippines. Now, I can't pay it back and you won't give me money for rent, so I'm homeless. You shouldn't have given it to me. This is on you, mate. You've doomed me to live in Tent City. I'm going to be living next to some benefit junkies who can't find their hole with both hands. There was a petition, but no one listened. I wouldn't be in this position if the council hadn't transferred all this land to the private market before the fire. With the festival on now, no one will even notice. Half the city's on fire. We just wanted to be warm. It was a little gas heater that was badly connected to the gas bottle. He tried to fix it himself and he must have gone up like a spitfire after his DIY job. That is why we're not insured. He wasn't great at fixing things. I asked him to help. None of this is his fault. I'm not a dodgy criminal. I'm not the future of money laundering. Of course I'm not working. What do you think I do for a job? I shout, "Welcome to Edinburgh. Get your bus tour tickets here." I can't do that with the grass market in flames. Okay. It was me returning a sports bra to H&M that stopped my benefits. That income you refer to on my bank balance was a refund. It was £5 or £6. It wasn't 60 quid. It was so small I didn't even need to put in my PIN. I've never been asked for ID for a refund before. She wasn't nice about it. She was pretty angry. She said, ID or bring a witness to vouch for you next time. I'm not joking. This is the way the world's going.
I go to look for her and I see a TV crew parked on a sleeping bag a homeless woman uses. For a second I think it's her in it. The cameraman doesn't care that that's someone's bed for the night. I go to complain and then I hear the anchorman's report on the scale of the fire and it dawns on me. The press think the girl is involved in starting the fire. I want to know who has been out there looking for her. It's been an hour since the fire started and no one has seen her. A firefighter knocked on her toilet door to see if she was okay. She wouldn't open the door to anyone, so she had to be forced out. The girl slid and this fell from her hands as she ran away. She filmed everything. This needs recharging so I can show you what happened. It belonged to her. The cause of the fire might be on this phone. I tried to follow her on my moped, but that's when I noticed it being taken from its parking spot. She dropped her diary too. Someone should return it. Her whereabouts should be known to her mother or the police. She writes poetry. Cold shivers, skin loosens on thin bones as darkness falls. Wherever Traeger didn't put his boots through her, she felt protected. He's ruining his foster daughter's life, and we can stop that. She folds over the corners of the pages so carefully. It reads, I lost my brother to find a mother. This book is all of our lives too. She's right. No one can be trusted for too long. She needs assistance.
I keep expecting something to change, but the heart has been ripped out of the old town today. Delicate walls have all gone. Fireproofing from the 1700s is a bit of a joke. The whole place is empty and they're trying to evacuate me next. Time to move on. But no one will tell me how long I'll be on the council house waiting list. They keep playing a string quartet and putting me on hold.
I grabbed her phone as she ran out the toilet. I couldn't find the moped, so I followed her on foot. She looked back. Halfway up to the top of the gate near the old stable, she found a piece of cardboard left by a tramp. The old boxes had been keeping people warm for years, but this looked wet. She tugged at a tramp's hoodie that he was using for a pillow. He tugged harder, it ripped. I took a photo of her face. I lost her. Under an archway. I have no idea if she found her way out. The building she ran into opens out to the street on 2 different levels. If you will not take the theft of my moped seriously, then let me go so I can find her. You should ask Traeger, her foster dad, where my moped is. He was off his face earlier and there was glue hanging from each nostril. I exposed his mini-mafia to the world, and now everyone loves and forgives him. The man ruined my career. Petty crime is funding bigger things than people's addiction. Keeping people, no, forcing them clean is the only way. Oh, man needs money. And no one in my newspaper will print my words now. I stood up and said what everyone in this city knows but is too afraid to say. I got thrown out of their offices, like yesterday's newspaper, for telling the truth. I still remember it, because it was the last news story I gave them. It haunts me like a curse. I left the boy on the road. He looked like he was rough sleeping, or like he was using, or like he would attack me. I didn't feel strong enough to take the picture. And it would have made the story hit the tabloids. I lost my fucking bottle. The priest told everyone at the congregation in the morning service to love each other. That's more than I can do right now. She is out there on her own. Maybe she's hiding in the cemetery. Give me access through to the bridge. I left that boy, one of Traeger's less fortunate clients, alone. His story untold. And I can't leave her too. I see the sun over the Lathe. Except that isn't the sun I see in the sky. I can see police lights in the incident room ahead. I know my freedom's coming to an end. The air smells of dust. The past is lost. You cannot find the evidence for my innocence to be believed. The tall buildings are the colours of shadows, but they don't move. The boy's death is on me. I could have helped him. Please understand. I make little money from my work, but it gives me pride. Something you may not understand. You'll get rid of me. I know. I'm easy to dispose of.
I try to clean my teeth with a paper towel. I had to stop. Drinking tap water from the toilet is making me vomit. And my cheap shoes had no grip and I slipped on the wet tiles and fell on the toilet floor. I hate living in toilets when I know there are caves beneath our feet. I'm going to find one to shelter in one day and find somewhere safe to sleep. I'm out of Traeger's reach now. I need to find out if I've lost him for good. I can't go to the council. They locked me up for the night. I threw a rock at a shop window on the Royal Mile today after the lad stole my birthday money. I had to smash a glass and ran. It was the memory of me leaving my brother at the Kilmerton home that made me do it. I was alone then, and that's how I feel now. I wish he'd magically reappear. I held up the festival stalls with a kitchen knife. I stole an old hoodie off a tramp for a disguise. Everything that happened today could have been avoided. I text my foster mum. I don't want us to move into a council flat. I can't breathe in those tiny spaces. I don't want to come home, but I don't know where else to go. Everywhere I hang out in has crumbled. I've lost my diary. Everything that's happened is in it. Granny's green steps are barricaded off and now Cowgate is closed. I don't know how to get home, Mum. Old broken bricks block up Shamwick Place. Bus services have stopped until the roads reopen. Mum, please reply to this voicemail. I need to find my diary. The police aren't letting people through the Kirkyard or up to Westport. I'm sorry I've been so much trouble. I want to come home. Mum, I know it's wrong, but when I heard Traeger got arrested, I was pleased that I didn't have to watch out for his anger anymore. I could watch TV and eat crisps in bed. Fed up of it never being my time. Without my diary, I forget the day I left my brother. I used to hold him down and draw on his eyebrows with crayons to make him equal. I draw pictures to remember his face. I need to be close to my brother again. I can't get the volcano out of my head. I think it will lead me to him. The maze of the old town collapses around me. Tiny city explodes like a broken balloon. I want to be free of this memory. I can't pray because I'm scared of saying, God, get me out of here, and finding out Jesus doesn't work. Gilmerton belongs to another life. Shadows are falling over the burnt out buildings, but the front of the volcano is shining bright. He would have loved this. Standing in the middle of the square, there are empty places everywhere. I sit in them and write. No one can move forward or back. The piano music coming from Biddy Mulligan's means the big fat man that tells everyone the code for the Starbucks toilet will be there, eating his vanilla Swedish bun with his green hair falling out. He's always next to the pile of job application forms. That place is always recruiting. I get a job. A real, normal, boring, shitty, minimum wage type job. I won't be happy, but I won't be miserable either. I remember what I wrote down when I came out of the toilet. God, I hate Americans. They'd drink coffee even if a volcano was exploding. I mean, I don't mock what you need most. An hour ago, my world sunk with the fire and the smoke, and now that's all done. All my problems are gone, so it's getting brighter now. And it doesn't matter who I text for help. But with my new job, there'll always be time for tea.